So when we're coaching for career advancement and another package we offer called performance coaching here, we do that for consumers and we do it for businesses where we go in and help their employees become more productive and higher performing. But one of the questions we often ask people is, what gets you up with the sun in the morning? And a lot of times people have to step back and they don't have an answer to that. And we frame it that way because, and I'll use a quick story. I have a friend that probably runs into work late 4 out of 5 days. Like he can't get to work on time to save his life. He doesn't really take his career that seriously. Man, he'll often complain that he's not where he wants to be. But on Saturday morning when it's time to go fishing, he'll wake up at 4:35 a.m. and he won't skip a beat. And I'm like, so why are you always late and so tired during the week, but on Saturday and Sunday you have no problem getting up at 4:30 or 5 and going fishing? And he's like, because that's something I want to do. And that's like, okay, what job could you do or do you want to do that you would wake up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning and Monday through Friday and have that same level of excitement for? And he doesn't have an answer for that. And what we try to coach people on is, when I look at anyone I know that's extremely successful as an entrepreneur in the corporate world, they get up with the sun in the morning and they don't care what they're doing. They have a goal in mind. They have a destination. They know what they roughly need to do to achieve success, and they don't care what it is they have to do to get there. And the chase is what gets them up in the morning. It's one of those things that if you wake up every day dreading your job, how do you expect to ever get anywhere or to get promotions or to make big moves or expect big things to happen? Like Einstein's got that quote, and I'm probably messing it up, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you roll into work every day uninspired, lethargic, doing the bare minimum, can you really sit around and complain that your life's not turning out the way you want it to? And I tell people, especially when I look at entrepreneurs, even my own success, I had to go back and say, what helped me get here? And part of that was consistently doing the things that I didn't want to do. To this day, even with all of the success I had, if I want to continue to have success at this level, I must keep doing the things that I don't want to do, but I need to do. And I think part of society at this point, we often come out of college with this like white glove mindset of, I shouldn't have to do that. Or if it's not something I'm passionate about, it's a waste of time. What you don't realize is there's no job in the world where you're just going to be able to sit back and just do exactly what you want to do every day and not do the things you don't want to do. And the difference between success and not having success is, can you do all those things with the same amount of vigor? And you watch those people that just run through walls, they don't care what it is, they don't stop. They don't sit around and bicker about what they're doing, they don't complain about it, they just get it done. So that thought is, can you just wake up in the morning with the sun, and is the goal you're chasing be enough to make that happen? And it's one of those things that even when someone gets a job that they really want, it's still not enough to get them to wake up focused and want to get moving. Where is the drive and ambition? Like, we all want to be somewhere, but often we don't want to do the things we need to do to get there. So when we frame that question of what gets you up in the morning with the sun, people often don't have an answer. And it can't always just be about a job that you love or a passion. You have to sit back and say, what is my goal? What is my destination? What am I running after today? And you have to get up and start running, whether you want to run or not. Otherwise, you're never going to get there. Again, you're on this channel because we tell you the things you need to hear, not the things you want to hear. You probably don't want to hear get your butt up in the morning and get moving and get into work and just start knocking stuff out. Regardless if it's something you want to do or not. Every day if I go back to my tech career in my early teens, all the way to now, owning over more than a dozen companies and brands, I kind of just look at things like on any given day, there's things that don't need to be done and there's things that need to be done. And I don't care what needs to be done. I just know that it has to be done. And then I get it done. I don't sit around and say, I don't want to do that. Or, you run into people. I've had friends that, you meet them at the bar after work and they're like, oh, my boss wants me to do this and that's not in my job description. And it's just like, you're at work to work, right? Just knock it out and keep moving. And I asked them that time because it's something that was often a complaint. I'm like, is it something that is really terrible and you just don't want to do it? Or do you just keep saying that's not in your job description because you just don't want to work? And you kind of get to giggle and smile. It's like, no, you just don't want to do more work. I always had the thought of when someone's paying me money, I show up and say, I'm here to help. What can I do? I didn't even care. That's how I built my tech business. You're paying me, what do you need me? I'm here to help. I'm here to get stuff done. I'm on the clock. If you start to look at life this way, you will watch your career start to progress faster and faster and faster. But you're gonna have to change your mindset and digest some different content. There's a lot of content out there that tells you that you should walk into work with the mindset of doing as little as possible and then expecting more than everybody else. Yeah, that's not working for many people. Just FYI. Anyways, ask yourself that question. What am I getting up in the morning for? What am I chasing? A lot of times it doesn't have to be a passion. It just has to be a goal. But you have to have something to run for. You can't sit around and dream all day. Sooner or later, you got to wake up from the dream and then go chase it. You can't do 90% dreaming and 10% doing. You need to do 5% dreaming and 95% doing if you want to succeed. So, anyways, that's all we got for this one. If you have any topics you want us to cover on the show, drop a comment and we'll try to get you featured. Until then, we will catch you on the next one.